Welcome back to the program, everybody. Stan Grava, along with Chris Bergeron, defensive coordinator of E.D. White, going over scores from our area and some action from our area. You know, District 8-5A is the only district that is cranked up. 6-3A going to get cranked up next week. Also, District 8-4A, our local district for the 4A school, is going to get cranked up. But this 8-5A, we keep saying anybody could beat anybody on a given Friday night. Thibodaux and Terrebonne were looked at as a front runner. Central Lafourche and South Terrebonne look like they can make some noise. H.L. Bourgeois comes on strong. South Lafourche, a team that didn't win very many games last year, playing well tonight. We're going to find out that some of these teams that we didn't quite know about, we're starting to find out a lot about them. We're going to start by going out to South Terrebonne Memorial Stadium, where South Terrebonne High School took on Thibodaux High School. Both teams 1-0. This is Quentin Lee-Rett in the third quarter going around left end. The score was 3-0 Thibodaux at this point. That touchdown with the extra point put South Terrebonne ahead 7-3. Then they get a fumble recovery right there on the recovery, number 12 for South Terrebonne High School. I know he's LeConte. We don't have the first name with us right now, but they get the ball back. Quentin Lee-Rett again on a keeper around right side. He ran for 46 yards in this game, threw for 77 yards. One of the bigger plays for South Terrebonne going to be coming up right after we see Trevor Pellegrin coming around left end, getting some yards right here down inside the 20-yard line. And I think this is it. This is play of the game, folks. Mitchell Hutchison on a terrific catch. South Terrebonne goes up 14-0. He is a good wide receiver, very tall. They get the extra point from Justin Petrie right here. There is no quit in Thibodaux, and the one thing you're going to see is you're going to see Trent Grenier at quarterback, and you're wondering where Trevon Reed's at. Trevon Reed was hurt in the first quarter of this game. We don't have an update, but we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get through these highlights. A nice pass down the field. Here's Grenier again. A nice one out in the flats. It doesn't pick up very much yardage for Thibodaux, but they keep the chains moving. And they get a field goal right here, so 6-14. They're fighting back in it. South Terrebonne couldn't move the ball. Thibodaux gets it back. Long touchdown pass to Ryan Johnson from Grenier. And here's the play of the game, folks, a 2-point conversion. Grenier pitches it out right there to Joshua Johnson, who can't quite get into the end zone in the fourth quarter of this game. South Terrebonne goes to 2-0. They hold on for a 14-12 win. Wow, that's, wow. It's tough to doubt South Terrebonne at all anymore. Dutchtown and Parkview Baptist, obviously we didn't get a score. We'd like to have gotten that for the Thibodaux fans to see if they pick up any power points. Chris, you know all the coaches at South Terrebonne as well as I do, obviously coaching there a long time. And I got to tell you, every Friday afternoon I've been sending South Terrebonne a little joke cartoon about how they're going to get waxed that week because I'm friends with the coaches just to get them fired up. I bet you they want me to keep on sending those things in. I call them the flying green pickles because they dress in green from head to toe. So I guess if it makes them mad and they keep on winning, they'll be just all right with it. But
whatever it takes to win.
Whatever it takes. Now you guys actually played Thibodaux last year, but didn't work out that way this year and everything. But obviously they're a very talented team.
Absolutely.
Tough-nosed kids at South Terrebonne, and they keep playing. Like I said, you can't doubt them. Next week they have a big game. This is a great segue because they take on South Lafourche next week. South Lafourche came into Houma to Tom B. Smith Stadium to take on Terrebonne. Like we said, one of those teams we thought was going to be a front runner in this district. And Coach Hill's crew couldn't really drop this game because you don't want to get off to an 0-2 start in your district. Let's go out to Tom B. Smith Stadium and take a look at this game. Once again, Terrebonne lost to Thibodaux last week, but they were undefeated before that. South Lafourche's only loss was to you guys, so it always in a interesting kind of way, you guys will probably pull it for South Lafourche a little bit just from a PowerPoint. Yeah. But you're a graduate of Terrebonne High School, so that's a little tough. We have it ready? Let's go with that now, Jason. Here we go. We're out at Tom B. Smith Stadium. This is halftime, a performance, and a young man that is really special at the running back position, Dominique Matthews. He's not particularly tall. He's not particularly wide, but boy, he sure is quick and fast, and there you see him on our first two highlights right here. A good runner with the ball. This game was, at that point, 7-7, a very close game. Here's Michael Williams, big quarterback for Terrebonne High School. pushing it out to Roy Williams. No relation, makes a nice couple of moves right there. But this is what South Lafourche's defense did all night. They did not allow yards after the catch. They were always in the right place the entire night, making sure nobody got any further than where that catch was. That was to Gerard Brown right there. Mike Williams passing to him. And here's Mike Williams again. Good quarterback for Terrebonne High School, but obviously, as you see, a very good arm. Throws it out there to Adam English, and he's brought down again by Joshua Badeau. Williams again over the middle. Down there to Gerard Brown again for a touchdown. And that was a key play in the game because they don't get the extra point because it is blocked. South Lafourche gets the ball back. Cameron Esponge gives the ball off to Justin Galjour, who goes around right in. Doesn't get much on it as he's brought down by Michael Teller. Esponge again, this time passing to Benny Smith, who comes up with, it pops out. He did not come up with it, but folks, trust us. I know the highlights looked all Terrebonne, but the final score was not Terrebonne. It was South Lafourche 17, Terrebonne 13. That is a great win for Terry Foreman and his crew. Terry Foreman came on the first week that we started having guests on in week 1. He was a delightful man, and he says, I don't know anybody in the area. Well, people don't want to know you now, Coach Foreman. You're going around having this kind of record, and then you see Douglas at the bottom. That's good news for South Terrebonne. South Terrebonne picks up wins. Douglas wins 24-12 against Lusher. So South Lafourche, a team that y'all struggled with 3 overtimes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
just a couple of weeks
overtimes,
ago,
three
had to play
overtimes.
that at Nichols. So I think they're kind of getting their act together.
Yeah, they kind of presented a little problem to Terrebonne on paper. When you look at it, Terrebonne's small, undersized on defense with a lot of speed. And as you saw in the highlights with South Lafourche, there's a lot of big bodies up front. And those little bodies on defense can only take the pounding for so long. We were just fortunate enough a couple weeks ago that we held out. But I kind of know what goes on that side of the ball. I know how Coach Claymore's probably feeling right now. You just get driven, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right. Well, we're going to stick at District 8-5A as when we come back from the break, we're going to look at highlights of Central Lafourche. They're trying to rebound from a loss last week. They take on H.L. Bourgeois, who was 1-0 in the district. We're also going to take a look at Hornville, who is supposed to be a dominant power in 5A, coming in to Buddy Marcella tonight to take on Vanderbilt Catholic. We'll look at those 2 games when we come back from this break.